Hey guys, in this video we are going to look at why we should use XHTML over the traditional HTML up to 4.0.1. Now, before I start talking about XHTML, I forgot to give you another example of a bad HTML. We could actually delete this doc type HTML, save our work and refresh, and the h1 tags, the p tag, the line break tag, the horizontal line tags, and everything still actually works in a browser. But still, this is a bad HTML. Now, why we should use XHTML? Today, or in 2013, or whenever you are watching this video, we have loads of different browsers: Internet Explorer, Firefox, Google Chrome, Opera, Safari are the main fives, and then we have loads of different smaller browsers and so on. Now, some browsers, we also have mobile phone browsers now, and tablet browsers, and loads of browsers. Now, some browsers actually have the power and the resource to support bad HTML. It actually recognizes these bad HTML as HTML and is powerful enough to actually change or use it as to display normal HTML. However, not all browsers have this power or this compatibility to support bad HTML, which is why we should make the rules strict and actually push ourselves to using clean, correct HTML. Now, because when we're using normal HTML, these we don't get any errors by using these ones. Sometimes we forget to put in an end tag, or we miss you learnt how to do it in the wrong way, and as a result you accidentally use bad HTML in your website. And that's not fine, but that works if you're using the updated modern web browser like I am currently, which is Google Chrome. It still works. If I check it out, the h1 tags and all the other tags are still working, so you're going to assume it's fine. However, if not everyone has an updated modern web browser, some people might have an older version of Internet Explorer, for example, and other web browsers which aren't powerful enough to read your bad HTML, which is why we should use XHTML. Now, XHTML actually is stricter, therefore all these HTMLs which we consider bad doesn't work in XHTML because the rules are really strict and spot on. Now let's write XHTML, and let's change this document into XHTML document. Now, we don't really need to change the extension to .html, .xhtml. HTML is fine. I don't even know if there's even such thing as an .xhtml extension. It's fine. Now, firstly, we need to delete this doc type declaration for 4.0.01 transitional and paste this. This is a doc type declaration for XHTML 1.0. Now, XHTML 1.0 is the first version of XHTML, which came out after HTML 4.0.1, and the newest version is XHTML 5, which is the next version after this 1.0. However, in order to look at XHTML 5, we need to learn HTML5 first, and HTML5 has too many new features to get used to it in one or couple videos, so I'm going to create a completely new, about 20 video or even more series of HTML5 before we look at XHTML5. Now the first difference is the doctype decoration. It's basically for XHTML. And the second thing is this XML namespace, XMLNS, which stands for XML namespace. And this attribute within the HTML, so we delete that. This attribute within the HTML start tag is necessary in order for the XHTML to work. Okay. How are we with the time? 5 minutes, that's still fine. Okay. Now let's start changing these bad HTML to good HTML. Now, let's change this to smaller h. Let's add the end p tag to each of these. And let's, we already did that in our previous video, but before it was like this. And we should close our tag for both of them, and that's it. Now there are a couple of strict rules which was introduced in XHTML which wasn't in HTML, and I'll talk about them. The first one is basically the tags has to be in lowercase. Sorry. If it's in bigger case, uppercase, it doesn't work. The second thing is we must have a start tag and an end tag, like so. The third being we have to, even if it's a tag that doesn't have both the start tag and the end tag, we must close the tag, like this, not like this. And the fourth, well, technically the first was that we need to change it. We need to have the doctype decoration for XHTML. If I delete this, it doesn't work. Same as we need this XML namespace attribute within the HTML start tag. Now, there's also a couple of small rules that have been introduced in XHTML. For example, we have a B, which is the bold tag, and we have the I, which is the italic tab, and this is text. And now let's close it. Oops, let's close it properly. Now, at first this seems to be fine because we both have a start tag, we both have an end tag, and we also have this / before the tag name, so that it wraps correctly, and we could safely assume that this is a text is going to be both bold and italic. What happened to? Oh, this goes wrong, and that's fine. Now this is bold and italic in XHTML. However, this is a bad HTML and is wrong. Now, the reason why this is wrong is because the tags or the XHTML elements must be properly nested within each other in XHTML. I don't know why that came up as this. I thought it wasn't supposed to be, but okay, let's assume that didn't, or it doesn't matter if it did, because it's this is wrong or bad HTML. Now, what we must do is when we have a tag and next to it, neighboring it, we have another tag, what we have to do is end it. This end tag must be in the opposite order to this. So what we have to do is, say for example we have a tag called 3 and we have an end tag called 3, and then we have a tag called 2 and we have an end tag of 2, and we have a tag called 1 and we have an end tag of 1. What we must do is the last start tag has to be the first end tag, like so. It has to be so in this order, so it completes the tag, and then it has to be in this order so that it completes, and lastly we have this. So the correct way of doing it is the I tag first. There we go. Okay, and we've already talked about having elements have to be closed. We talked about they have to be in lowercase, and say for example we have color equals blue. Okay, so we have this, oops, oh yeah, of course, style color equals blue, was it? Oops, nope, God, I'm forgetting stuff. Let's do it as an internal. For example, let's have a style and a style to end it. Let's have a P as a selector, and inside that we change the color to blue. There we go, all the P tags except for this, because there's this semicolon first. There we go, all the P tags have now a color blue. That's correct. However, in HTML, this was fine. We could have the property of CSS to be in uppercase. However, in XHTML, we must make sure that all the properties, not only the tag name, but the properties as well, is in lowercase. Okay, and also let's say we have the, what's a good one, let's say we have a table. I'm not going to write the HTML table because it takes time. There we go. So assume that we have a table, and this is the table selector, and we want to change the width of the table. So we want to change the width of the table to be 100%, so that the table fits the browser screen sideways, horizontally, its width. Now in HTML, this is fine. However, this is bad HTML, and in XHTML you have to make sure that all the attribute values, so the values in our declaration, have to be quoted with double quotes. Okay, so there's also ones that you can't say, for example, you can't minimize attribute, like but you don't have to learn that. There's no point because I didn't show you that in the HTML tutorial. There's no point me showing you the bad HTML in here and showing you the good one, because I already just show you the good ones, and by showing you the bad HTML, it will stick into your head and you might start accidentally using that bad HTML. So that's about it. That's a quick video on reasons to which you should use XHTML over HTML, and a couple of strict rules which were okay in HTML but considered bad in HTML, but now it's wrong in XHTML. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you later.